Look at her, very, very happy. I've crashed my bike. Had a car pull out in front of me yesterday. Thankfully I'm okay. No damage, but yeah. Below that, bent the fork. Stove the front wheel in, broke all the spokes. Bent the disc. Yeah, it's just plastic, I think. Yeah, it's plastic, but that's metal, which would bolt on down here somewhere. Yeah, done a good job. Snapped the triple trees. Did a real good job of it. And yeah, bent that disc. Bent that rim. Still holding there, but how good's that guy? And then, looks like the bash plates pierced the oil filter. So that's that bit of oil there, so the motor's still sweet as. Full tank of petrol too, that sucks. That must, I don't know what that bin's from, I'm guessing that must be from my sack. Oh yeah, and then this side, this is where it laid down, broke the foot peg off. That's where Leonie's foot would have normally been. Shame about that shock. It's going to be sad to see that go. And then, bit of crash bar. You know, that engine's still sweet. Yeah. You reckon it was my gut? It was my gut or my sack, it was one of them. Oh yeah, that broke off good and proper. Wacko, man. Yeah, so lesson learned for the kids. I was only doing about 30, thankfully, so basically nailed the car. The car was smashed up, he couldn't drive it either, because bent all the wheels and everything. But I went over the bonnet, and yeah, very bad. So, crazy thing is, that's the only scratch I got on me. A little mark on the back of my hand, other than that. And this is my no expense spared graphics department. That's the car I clipped. Yeah, he pulled out. Thankfully I wasn't going very fast. He pulled out and I'd gone over the bonnet, whacked into the side of it. Did a good job. And yeah, bent his wheels in, so he was getting a tow truck home as well. But yeah, I was a very, very lucky man. Yeah, crazy. But we're very lucky here in Australia. Within 5 minutes I had ambulance, fire truck, police all on site there at North Bundaberg. My heart was a little irregular, but that's because I'm 50 and I smoked for years, so they took me to the hospital and gave me the full, stress test and check over, and never cost me a bean. Like, so lucky here in Australia. First time I've ever been in a crash where I've written off a vehicle or anything like that in my life. First ever trip in an ambulance, I've been very lucky. And we, can't fault any of the emergency services here in Bundaberg. They were brilliant. And then Shannon's, my insurance company, was really good to deal with too. Sent them the pictures. They had the tow truck pick it up from the crash scene. Took a little longer than probably necessary, but I did go to Vietnam for a couple of weeks, so there was that. And when I got back, there was a few missed calls from them and stuff, so it took a little longer. But otherwise, they paid me out with the agreed value, no questions asked. And I bought the rack back, so it all worked out really nice. Hopefully I never go through anything like that again. So my crashed up bike, it's back home. I ended up buying the wreck. Shannon's only wanted $2,000 for the wreck, and there was so many good parts on here that I thought were worthwhile hanging on to. For example, crash bars, panniers, where I've got the Hepco Becker hard panniers, so they're worth hanging on to. That nice shot, depending on the next bike I get. Crash bars. This one has the button for the off-road mode, which disconnected ABS and everything. What else did I pinch? Oh, bar risers. And then I just so happened to have found another one. Here I am in the shed. So I'm just in the process of installing my off-road mode button. That's excellent. It just disconnects the ABS. It goes off the fuse. Makes it easy. So these crash bars have had a bit of a scrape, but they'll be fine. I'll just give them a coat of satin black and bolt them on. They're better than nothing. I was going to use the center stand, but I don't need that. This bike came with one. I haven't decided which bash plate I like. Yes, this one's pretty substantial, so I'll probably hang on to that one. Leave that one on there, etc, etc. But so no, this one's good. This one's a 15 model, as with the other one's a 13 model with 60,000 k's. The other one had 80. But this one's got the electric suspension. So now I've just got to decide which suspension I like better, because the suspension on that was phenomenal. The plan was originally to buy one and take the internals out of those forks and reuse them, sort of thing, because they got the nice Technic one's been done. So there was excellent suspension on this bike, man. It was really nice off-road, really nice on-road. It was just really good all round. So yeah, this one here, I've only ridden it once, so I've had a bit of a play with the electric suspension. That's something I'll have to decide. Oh, and the other thing I've got to get off this bike is that full arrow system. This one here's only got the standard pipe on it. Yeah, I think that's standard, isn't it? Does it look standard with just a different tip in it or something? I don't know. Looks like the standard one. But maybe that arrow pipe's a full system and it's nice, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so swap the pannier racks over. I'll sell these ones off. Try and recoup a bit of my money from buying the wreck. That Hepco Becker top box, I actually don't like the way it mounts. It's actually a bit annoying. It fell off one day, so I won't worry about using it. But this one came with a top box, which seems to have a pretty good mounting system on it, so I'll probably leave that one on there, and the other bags are black, so they can stay on there. I prefer the standard seat, to be honest, so I'm probably going to sell that aftermarket seat if anyone wants one. Or any other bits anyone's chasing. I'm in Bundaberg here in Queensland, just give us a hoy. It's going to be heaps, I suppose. This is repairable, but I don't know if I'll bother. I think it's, I'll get the parts off it that I want, try and part it out and recoup some of my money, I suppose. Yeah, they say it's repairable, but I don't know if that's just a crack in the paint, or if it's a crack. I don't know. I don't like the idea of mucking around with bikes that have been written off, but if someone wants to have a crack at repairing it, feel free. It's going to need a tanker or this one repaired. Triple trees, forks, front wheel. This front wheel doesn't appear to have any bends in it, so I reckon you could probably get away with respoking that. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, hard to tell. And again, I don't know if I'd trust it with my life. Yeah, so yeah, it's a time just to muck around and start transferring bits. Fun.